hope this is tied to a movie somehow, Rhino.
It is.
You can watch good things. We're on computer, your mobile device. Head over to SuperTalkTV.com. It's Friday. We got Tanya in the house to talk movies. Because this is an oldie, like a oldie song, right?
It is.
Yeah, but it's connected to a new movie?
It was in the trailer. If you have seen the movie or the trailer for the new M. Night Shyamalan piece that came out, this is the song that's playing when they're in the car headed to the cabin.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I like that song, so I don't know if I'd like that movie, but I definitely like that song. So, all right, welcome back, Tanya.
Thank you.
Has we got a lot to talk about this weekend? Or?
Yeah, we do have a couple new ones. I guess we will start off with the one that primed the song, Knock at the Cabin. And yeah, this is, well, we've got two big ones this weekend, Knock at the Cabin and 80 for Brady. And I would say those are about as polar opposite as you can get.
Yes. I don't think they will be competing for who's going to watch their show.
Definitely two different demographics there. But Knock at the Cabin is the story of a couple and their daughter who are going on a little vacation. And of course, they have a knock at the cabin. And
everybody's worst nightmare.
It's these people that, are armed and tell them that they have to make the correct decision in order to keep the apocalypse from coming or happening. So no pressure.
None.
But Dave Bautista's in it, Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge. So a good cast. And like Rhino said, it's M. Night Shyamalan. And I mean, he does such great movies. He's the king of the twist, the surprise, so I'm sure this one's no different. I have not seen it yet. I do plan to see it, though, even though it's really scary.
But it's not a horror movie.
I don't think so. I think it's more of
a thriller.
Yeah, thriller.
Yeah,
like what's going to happen kind of thing, not jump scare kind of thing. But I could be wrong. But just thinking back to his other movies, it's usually more suspenseful kind of.
They couldn't just shut the door and lock it.
I know. I think they were out-muscled. Well, between the actual muscles and the guns,
Man, all right. So let's have a little more fun.
And that one is rated R.
For a reason.
And then the other one, I did get a chance to see, 80 for Brady. And this one's PG-13. And this one is getting a whole lot of mixed reviews. But let me just tell you, I have never been a Tom Brady fan. Don't know why. Maybe I'm a little jealous.
Same reason I don't like Tom Cruise. Yeah. I think it's in the name. It's in the name. Yeah, they're just snooty.
But this movie has made me become a bit of a fan. I thought, okay, first of all, he is one of the producers, which means, he had a lot to do with it, putting his money behind it, having some input on the way things play out. But the movie is based on a true story. And the truthful part of it are really these ladies that were in their 80s that they were all widows and just got together on Sunday and watched football together. Their common bond was they enjoyed watching the Patriots. And so that was just kind of the thing that kept them excited and enjoying their their aging years. And so one of their grandsons pitched the idea for this movie. Now, that's kind of where the similarities end. In this one, it starts off, you've got these four best friends, and they are bonded. One of them gets sick, and they work they're supporting each other through that. And one of the things that they discovered during that time is Tom Brady. He was a rookie, just got drafted. He got put in a game last minute because the regular quarterback got hurt, and they fell in love. And so they followed him from that point forward. Well, fast forward several years, it's the 2017 Super Bowl, and they decide life's short, we're going. And so they enter a radio contest and win tickets to go to the Super Bowl. So they go. And anyway, Tom Brady's in it. Of course, you've seen the commercials. But I thought his little part, I think he's a good actor. So maybe now that he's really retired from football, maybe he'll do a little acting.
We'll see how the turnout is for this one.
But Lily Tomlin is in it, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field. And I thought they were just the perfect quad. Just so much fun, cute. You know, I was thinking, I don't know that I've ever seen a female buddy movie that kind of centers around sports, you know.
Or that wasn't graphic and unnecessary.
Yeah, yeah. And this one is PG-13 for just a little bit of adult humor. Your kids aren't going to want to see this one anyway. But the only time the F word is used, it's actually Tom Brady. so just putting that out there. But yeah, so you know,
funny.
The Super Bowl happens every year, and I couldn't tell you today who played last year. Even though I watched it, I cannot tell you who played. And this Super Bowl that they're going back to, though, I do remember because it's the one, it was the Patriots versus the Falcons. The Falcons were beating them to death, and they came back and won, like in a very dramatic fashion.
That one to be the
Yeah, and so that's the game that this centers around, and they take a little artistic liberty to involve the ladies in that victory.
Well, that's cool. Do we know if the original four or the original friends, are they still with us?
One of them has passed away, and I think the original, there's actually 5 that were in the original group. But they really did go to the Super Bowl too. That part was true. But as far as them winning tickets, I'm not sure if that's how it happened for them.
And then it was probably not as scandalous for them to get in as the premieres, at least
Yeah.
the previews make it. But that's the fun part, right?
Yeah, and this one's got, you know, some other fun people in it. In addition to Tom Brady, Billy Porter is in it. Lots of cameos. And I don't want to spoil that because I was very surprised by some of the people that popped up, and I thought it was fun. Some are just there, and some play a part in the movie as far as, you know, progressing the plot.
Do you think they'll stream this one?
I think they will eventually, but I think they're going to just be exclusive theater for a little while.
And sort of get out and sort of see that. Is there anything else that's still rivaling it or coming out? Or
Really, the only other big movie out right now is Avatar. It is still blowing everybody out of the water. And, you know, with its Oscar nomination.
Has it caught Top Gun yet in terms of sales?
It did. It passed it. So,
poor Tom.
yeah. So, and, you know, I listened to an interview with James Cameron actually earlier this week, and he was talking about all the money that it took to make the first one, but they knew that they were making an investment. They were actually going to amortize the cost of all of that over all of these movies that are to come, including the one in theaters now. So, you know, my first thought is, I bet it costs way more to make Avatar than Top Gun. But when you average it out, you know, over all the films in the series, I feel like Avatar is probably very successful.
So they're already in the works of making, I guess, the third one, right?
Yeah, I believe the third one is already filmed.
And it utilized a lot of the electronics or technology. So, I mean, it kind of got a double use from the beginning.
Yeah. And so, I believe they filmed the third one while they were doing post-production on the one that's in theaters now.
Well, that's smart, but also a gamble that they, that it was going to be a big hit.
Yeah,
but I guess you just kind of know.
Yeah, I think so too. There is another one that is streaming, Shotgun Wedding. This is the one with J-Lo and Josh Duhamel. And, you know, I don't know if you remember, but Armie Hammer, the actor, he's kind of in hot water right now. He's been kind of shunned from Hollywood because there's all kinds of accusations against him. And he was supposed to be in this movie with her. And after everything came to light about things that he had done, he was booted off of this and replaced with Josh. But it's a story about a couple that are getting married. And I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of tired of seeing J-Lo getting married. I mean, you know.
Well, it's not like she has to practice for the role.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, she's 50 years old. I mean, do you really have a big puffy white dress wedding, you know? But I have watched part of it. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. But, you know, Jennifer Coolidge is in it. She kind of steals the show. Lenny Kravitz is in it. He plays a really funny role. But anyway, it's a couple getting married, and the husband's way more into the wedding than she is. And while they are getting ready for their ceremony, pirates come along and hijack the wedding. So
Hard to say it with a straight face, right?
yeah, but yeah, so it's straight to streaming.
At least it wasn't a knock at the door.
True.
That's all I'm going to say with that.
At least they have somewhere to run.
Have somewhere to run. All right, well, we got to run, but we'll see you next week, Miss Tanya. So thank you for all of your movie reviews. You guys stick with us. We got more for you.